Roger, you got anything you want to talk about during the meeting?
Not particularly. We had a good meeting last time. You had to miss it, I think.
Yeah, well, it was a good meeting because Bailey was running it.
Yeah, Bailey she ran a good meeting.
Yeah. Oh, only 6 more months. Amanda, did you have anything you or Alex wanted to talk about?
No, nothing in particular.
Did you get to drop? Who was the one that dropped off the stuff to the Safe Harbor folks?
Bailey was taking over, and then she ended up getting pneumonia. So I think Miss Lynn came to her house and picked it up, I believe.
Oh, okay. I wonder how their Christmas turned out. Hopefully it was good.
I'm sure it was really well. She said that they had already, because when I had originally contacted her, she said that they already had their dinner already was being taken care of for them. And that, you know, if we were wanting to do something gift-wise, they usually do gift cards. That way, because they have a lot of people that come back for the holidays that used to live there. And that way she can keep things very evenly distributed. So, I know a bunch of us donated, or a couple of us donated. I'm going to get with her soon because I'd like to be able to go over there and do like a meal, like teach them how to make it.
Oh, yeah, you talked about going over and doing a cooking class or something, kind of.
Yeah.
I should probably come to that.
I found out that one of the girls that I work with at the credit union is actually on the board for Safe Haven. So one of the pictures I got posted from when we did Thanksgiving, she had seen it and she was like, oh my God, Amanda Lowe knows everybody. Well, my maiden name's Lowe. She's like, oh my gosh, Amanda Lowe knows everybody. So it's kind of funny. But she was so excited. She's like, I had no idea you were involved. I said, well, I met her once and that's all it took. So.
Yeah. Hey, I think Peter's younger brother just joined us.
We went opposites, Tim.
Yeah, we did.
Took mine off, and you got mine and some.
Yeah, you shaved off a few years, man. That looks great. And you're on the beach. Lucky.
And I'm at the beach at night.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, we were just discussing how little we have to discuss at this meeting. We've got the Volt Smart stuff, some signs for projects for the butterflies. Is there anything that would you like a few minutes or several minutes, or is there anything you'd like us to discuss? I'm
just here as a bystander, innocent bystander, like Harsha, Mr. Famous Harsha. Do we have to pay to join this Zoom? You've been featured in all these periodicals and news reels, and
I think I need to cut a check to somebody for all the fines and bag bugs.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know if you can put that many zeros on a check.
I can after a decimal point, I think.
No, I'm just trying to get back into the Rotary swing of things. I've been like disconnected for the last 2 weeks. I know we have RILA stuff, and I'll share some RILA information as we have more. I think they're hurting to fill the class. So I think there's up to 80 spots in those RILA classes for the students. I think it's freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tim. And I thought it was just juniors and seniors. Maybe it's that. It could be that. I think you've run it before, right? Or you? Yeah, I've been on the committee several years. I'm pretty sure it's just juniors and seniors. I think occasionally they'll let a sophomore come in, but. So juniors and seniors, and I think right now they have 20 something, and they have 80 to fill. So any from your club? I have to check. An email just came through as a call to try to fill those. So I'll look at that a little bit more closely. But we have our guest speaker this week, or on Thursday, is going to be Shannon Drake from Leadership Huntsville. I think she's the new CEO, so she'll be talking about her vision Outside of, I think just the stuff that went out in the newsletter, which is volunteer opportunities to do cleanup at Madison. The city of Madison is doing some Christmas tree cleanup or something. So there's a volunteer
yeah.
opportunity there. We have to break down our beautiful trees that a couple of us set up in front of the library, which will take about 2 seconds.
Those are the bamboo ones, right? Yeah, I saw those. I like them.
4 dudes, no decoration. We just put up some bamboo poles, put some lights on them, and we're like, hey, this looks good to me.
It
And
did
then,
look good.
and I think there's another one that Mark mentioned, but no, I don't think there's anything on the horizon Rotary related right now. The feature that we saw Bailey shared, and that's it.
So that project cleanup or whatever, is that, I saw that flashing on a sign on the side of the road the other day. It looked like it was during the workday. Is it?
Is it a Saturday?
Oh, is it a Saturday? I thought it was during the week.
I don't know. I thought it was a Saturday, but I didn't look that close.
Okay.
Let's see.
I love how casual Amanda is on the Zoom. I need to be more I need to like be doing something.
Taking down
I
Christmas
can't sit
decorations.
still.
Multitasking.
Multitasking on the Zoom.
I can't. I don't know how to sit still.
I'm gonna
I'm
endeavor to
multitasking too.
on my Zoom. Yeah, you got the beer, right? Harsh is multitasking on there.
I
Why
don't know
did
how to
you,
sit still.
Why'd you shave, Peter?
I was trimming it, and you know what happens when you start trimming your beard?
I've done it before, yeah.
If you spend more than 10 minutes on your beard, that's it. You've gone too far.
It's coming
But at
off,
some
yeah.
point you say it's just coming off because you took it to a point of no return.
Yeah. So you're gonna grow it back out, or you're gonna leave it
I'll
clean
always
for a
grow
little
it
while?
back out and grow it back in and grow it back out.
Yeah.
If I have a 3-day weekend, it starts to grow, then I just leave it.
I had a COVID beard too, and it kind of just it went so long, and then it had to come off.
I don't even remember. I don't remember seeing your beard, Roger.
Yeah, I did.
I think Harsh has always had a beard too. I think I saw you once without facial hair, Harsha, and I was like, it threw me a little bit.
Yep, I had one of those Peter instances where the razor kind of went the wrong direction. So that's why the clean
Yeah.
shave.
I grew a beard in 1976 for the anniversary of the country, and I shaved it all up but a mustache, and that's the way I've had it ever since then. So when I grew this beard, I forgot how much trouble they are to keep it trimmed.
No, you don't have to do that. You just let it get wild.
Just let it get wild. Yeah. That's what I should have done, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm doing the Zoom on my phone, or I'd look that email up about the cleanup. Are you looking that up, Roger?
I was, yeah. It's January the 16th. No, January the 9th, I'm sorry. And the rain date is the 16th.
The 9th.
Yeah, that's a Saturday.
Yeah, it's actually this coming Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they need 8 people. Is that what it said?
8 people. I think I'll probably. I don't think it's run by Rotary though.
No, I don't think so
it's
either.
the Solid Waste Disposal Authority, and they're going to take also electronics and other stuff. So it's more than just a Christmas tree, looks to me like.
Yeah, I might look at that and selfishly take a bunch of stuff and also volunteer for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
8 to 1, it says 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
What's going on in your world, Harsh? I haven't seen you for a while.
Same stuff, different day. They got me on HLS now, the Human Landing System. The voluntold activity turned into a promotion, so that was neat.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very
So
good.
right after Thanksgiving is when I got the good news there. But you know, they're going through solicitations, so it's kind of like a blackout period right now, and hopefully they'll select 2 out of 3 vendors, and then we'll see where it goes. With the change in administration, that's going to be up in the air. But my sister and brother-in-law, they got the first round of vaccination They work in New Orleans hospitals. So happy to see that. Just hoping we get it here soon so that I can come back to doing all the crazy things outside the house that I was doing. So that's all I got.
I was gonna say, you're the one that got a promotion. You're sitting on a couch. Peter's on the beach. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
All you need is a towel.
Is that?
I go to the beach too.
Yeah, I
Maybe an
usually bring a
umbrella.
towel to the beach, Peter.
Yeah.
About
That-
this,
What's on now? I can't see everybody.
Got Tom Lemieux.
Billy.
I'm over beside, I'm just down the beach there.
There you go.
Oh, look at
Roger's just a little bit further down for me. Roger and back.
Roger. Looks like you're in Honduras or something, man.
Yeah, I remember going to the beach last time in Honduras.
Yeah, that was fun. Was I on that trip with you, Harsha?
Yes, sir.
I didn't realize you were close enough to the coast to go to the beach when we did our work there.
You can always
Oh.
make a beach really close to the work site.
I think it was like an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half to get there. I don't remember exactly. Maybe that was round trip. I'm not sure. It's been a while. When was that? 2017?
19 March 2019.
That was last year, or I guess 2 years ago
Yeah, coming up on 2 years. Yep.
now. Okay.
Time flies.
Yep.
Bailey, what you got going on?
She's multitasking too.
Ari, hi Peter, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm just trying to locate somebody for somebody. Well, but other than that, I'm just doing the usual.
Like locate somebody for somebody like secret detective stuff or like Rotary stuff?
Yeah, like PI stuff, and I'm multitasking.
Okay.
It's just because somebody's passing away. It's or going into hospice, so somebody wants to talk to the person right away. So
Mm.
it's kind of time sensitive. So I'm sorry, I'm multitasking, but I am listening to you.
No, you're good. I was just going to ask you, and I don't want to take your time away. Is everything coming together with what we're planning to do at the Mazda Toyota? I think, did Kerry ever get back to you about connecting you with the guy?
No, he said he was going to the other day, but I haven't connected with the guy yet,
Okay.
but I will.
Yeah, he was. He seems busy, but he was serious when he said, you know, y'all can use the land. We're not doing anything with it. And then I was walking away. He goes, no, seriously. So I think he means that we can really use it.
Yeah, and because he thinks he wants us to use it, I emailed the CEO of the Botanical Garden today, Sue Wagner,
Mhm.
and her expertise is green spaces. So I asked her to help with that big of a project, so she could just give me some idea what to do.
Awesome.
Good.
We might even be able, I don't know if it needs to be that big, because I know there's multiple Rotary clubs that might assist. You could almost even make it a district-wide thing, depending on the scale once we get there,
Right.
once we start working it. But we can certainly, and you'll lead it, you know more about it, but if you felt like we should invite Decatur and some other folks, then it could be a District 6A, 60 thing. That
Mhm.
way, just the district gets, can assist and gets the credit and stuff like that.
How large is the land? Like, is it acres or
500 acres.
Yeah.
500?
There's a lot of land.
Oh, I need some tractors.
Yeah. What was the story, Bailey? There was some sort of animal on it or something?
Right. They offered it up because it's a protected area now because of a pygmy fish.
Yeah, fish in the creek. Yeah.
Oh, that had to upset them. Gosh.
People wanted to shut the plant down because those fish were there, I think. this was a compromise.
Yeah.
Wonder if any of those people drove a Toyota.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so that's something we're going to talk about during the meeting too. So,
Well, it's 6:15. Do you want to? I don't know if anybody else is going to end up joining us or not. I was hoping for a few more people, but it looks like we only got 8.
all the important people are here.
That's right.
Well,
Alex is also here. He's just sitting out away.
Okay.
he's multitasking.
So since Todd's not here, I think he volunteered to take over the butterfly project. Did anybody else hear him say something about that? No? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, Harsha, you're familiar with telling people things, right? You want to let Todd know he's doing the butterfly project?
Yeah, sure. Tim said you're doing the butterfly project. Got it.
All right, I think we got that recorded. Good. Came from Harsha.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will be the year, but I'm excited about Todd's idea for the big barbecue fundraiser / festival / thingy. I don't know. This might be the perfect year, or it might take another year because of just timing of when everything will reopen.
Yeah, when did he say that was happening? Was that
Like September, October, wasn't it? Somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
he said this year.
I think that could happen this year then. Yeah, that's
Yeah, if
far
it's
enough
later
off.
in the year, which that's good because the summer's hot. So
Yeah.
if it's later in the year, that'd be perfect.
I drove behind his place on that street today. There's a goat walking around in the street out there. There by that field that's beside Old Black Bear.
Oh, I've never seen a goat back there. I'll have to look for it. Make sure I don't hit it when I'm speeding by.
Wasn't too flustered that I drove up on it. It just looked at me and slowly went across the street.
I wonder if that'll be on the menu tomorrow.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. That's a Kentucky favorites barbecued goat up there.
Hey, Roger, we were going to ask you about you and Todd were working on some signage for the projects that we're doing.
I was talking to JD about that. Remember we talked about that at one meeting about making some signs. He said he had machines to do it, and I think Todd does too. So we need to.
Oh, it was JD, not Todd?
It was. I think so. Todd was too. They both have machines for it, evidently.
Okay.
But we got to figure out what kind of sign we want to put. Something that goes outside. I don't think the morning club has any signs, do they? You know,
No, but we need signs. So wherever you guys get signs, we might look at doing something similar because so many times we're out there doing stuff and we can just be people from the street that have no affiliation to anything doing it because nobody knows who we are or what we're doing. Like when we gave out hot chocolate, I think we had the tent that said Madison Rotary, maybe somewhere, but it was dark. We didn't have anything in front of us that said Madison Rotary. We had a small sign in the back that said, well, we just need better signage in general.
Yes.
Well, what I was using as a guide was, I think it's Albertville. We went to when we visited the clubs, and they put signs up for every project that they worked on, assisted with, or anything. They were just small signs, but it says, you know, Rotary Header Club and all that on it.
And Peter, I know, this was a couple years ago, I think, but we had a member that actually bought out another sign company in town. It's kind of, I don't know if he was trying to form a monopoly or whatever, but I know we used to have a sign person in the club.
Yeah.
Are they still a member or?
Mike.
No, his name was very similar to somebody else who was in our club.
It's Mike something because he made some signs.
And it was close to the other Mike that moved to Fayetteville. like their names were close together. Like I always got confused.
His name is Mike
One was
McKeon.
Mike Keenan and the other one was Mike something else. They
McKeon.
were McKeon. One's Mike Keenan and one's Mike McKeon. And I can't
So
tell you
Mike,
which one.
Mike
I think
McKeon
Keenan's
is the
that
one
moved
with
to
the signs
Fayetteville.
in, because Mike Keenan is the one that moved to Fayetteville.
So Mike McKeon, and he was fading out of the club. I sat next to him one time right before he fit. He said, "I don't know if I'm the right fit for this. I don't know." And then slowly after that, he kind of took a back seat, and then eventually he I think we terminated him.
Oh no, he didn't even. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he
did-
told me though that he didn't feel like he was a good fit, and that's after he'd been part of the club for a year or two already.
Yeah.
So
Well, should we reach out to him and see? I mean, he might give us a discount or something.
somebody designing these signs for you guys, or you guys have somebody?
I think what Bailey was asking is that I think Todd and I thought it was Todd and Roger. Maybe it's JD and
Yeah,
Roger,
well,
but
Todd, we talked to Todd, but before that, we talked to JD too. Both of them we talked to before.
someone was just supposed to take on the project of figuring out when and where to get some signs so we have them for projects.
Right, and we have to go through RI to get,
The branding,
has
make
to
sure
be
the branding
branded,
matches.
Yeah, it has to be approved by RI. They sell them at the all the companies that sell that stuff, but boy, they're expensive. I looked at some of them.
We can build it into the budget. So the new Rotary year starts in July. Look at Tim get excited over here. The new Rotary year starts in July, and Bailey will be taking over. But I can suggest to Chris and Bailey when we're working out the budget for next year that we put something in there for signage, something significant for signage.
And you need signs like for the event, like you did, Peter. That says we're there, and then it'd be good to put signs on projects we've done too. Just small signs that shows we were there. What they call branding the project.
So you said that Roger, that Albertville does as well.
Right, like they worked on a playground or something. They had a little sign up. They did landscaping. I think it was at the high school or something. They put a little sign on the building.
It just says Rotary Club of Albertville or something.
Yeah. Just like all over town, everywhere you go, you could see these Rotary signs that made an impact on the community. I thought it was kind of neat what they had. And they had a little gazebo and they had a thing there on it. And we just went around and looked at several of them while we were visiting. And I thought about it, and I can call the guys that did that down there, find out how they did it.
Yeah, I may reach out to them because we need signs that we don't make ourselves, the signs that last longer, like the signs that we buy at the bank and stuff like that. I mean, we spend a couple $100, it's not $1,000, but then they last several years.
Yeah. That's what we got to come up with, is what to make it out of, sort of last.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Roger. So you're going to work on that with your choice of.
I'll work on with Todd and JD, see if we can come up with something.
Okay.
And when you get somewhere, Roger, can you loop me in once you get like an idea of what you're planning on doing or the cost, and then we can do something, come up with the same concept for the morning side, then we can just order all the signs at the same time.
Yeah, we'll see what we can come up with.
All right.
Because I know we've worked on a lot of projects here. Like it'd be good to have a sign like that in the little playground area or whatever at the library. Any things that we do.
Oh, yeah, that's a big project.
Yeah. And when people go there, they can see that Rotary had a hand in it. Anyway.
Okay. Hey, Bailey, did you want to talk about the Volts March for a minute?
Sure. So the Volksmarch that we had in 17 and 18, or was it 18 and 19? Anyway, the Volksmarch route, I was approached by a Volksmarching group in Madison, and they walk all over different routes in Alabama. And they would like us to make a route permanent in Madison. And they knew that we had set up the a Volks March route already, and they said they didn't want to infringe on our Volks March. So what I was thinking is that Rotary, we could make a permanent route for the Volks March, and we put a Rotary sign at the beginning and at the end. And then the way it works is Volks marching groups from all over the US, all over the world, they could say Volks March Route, Alabama, and then Madison, Alabama will pop up. And then the people get their own little start card. I mean, we would once we map it out and we mark it, we're done. We don't have to do any more of the crazy stuff anymore. Right? And we have our name on it.
So does that run along private property? Are we allowed to put signs along the entire route, or would we have to go get a bunch of permits or permission?
Well, it's something that we could work through the city of Madison.
Yeah.
It would be
Oh,
easy
okay.
enough to do. We would just have to have the Rotary sign at the beginning and the end. And then Alex, who's on the line, he had marked it previously for the Volks March. You know, it would take some creative thinking, because if you're going to mark a route, usually you mark it in something that will wash away. It won't impair the beauty of the area. So it'll take some thinking, but it can be done, and it's something that we could have our name on for a long time. And then if at
Okay.
any point we decide we want to do something more festive along the route, we could set it up. You know, if we wanted to do another historical enactment or something.
So what do you need from the club?
I could use one other person to help me with it.
Okay. That's it? Just one person?
At the moment, yeah, because we need to talk it through and see what it's going to look like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the list, Peter, did you say you were going to say a few things about Ryla?
I said them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said them. I said just that I got a call or an announcement from the district governor saying that anything we can do to push. I just sent it to Carrie, who is our Ryla person, our youth services person. So I didn't see the list to see how many are coming from our area. But once I have more information on the qualifications and things like that, being a junior and senior, et cetera, I'll just push it back out to the club. The thought is that a lot of parents and schools are just worried because of the situation going on right now, that's the case. So I don't, what months does Ryla go on, Tim, do you know?
Usually it happens in January.
Like now?
January, yes.
Yeah, this one got pushed to March, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because of this, I think. I'm not on the committee this year. I have been reading the emails from, I think his name is Mike.
Yeah.
And then they had someone reach out to see if Sunset had anybody we wanted to send, but I don't.
Yeah. Are you looking for people, Peter?
Yeah, we need seniors and
Yeah,
juniors.
they have 60 spots open still.
Okay.
They only have 20 attendees, 20 potential attendees so far.
Yeah. They can only go once though, can't they?
Now, while we were on the committee, there was a handful of people that went twice, and it's not looked highly upon, but I think if it means that there's going to be some people actually attending, they've allowed it before.
Okay.
But they want new people to come, but if they're struggling to find people, I'm sure they'd allow repeat visitors.
Okay.
Well, if you're talking to schools anytime within the next several weeks, I'll send a one-off email just talking about Ryla to both Sunrise and Sunset Club. Maybe Sandy can talk to his wife. to Amy, or, the Ed Nichols could mention it. The most we can do is share it, and then it's up to parents and students, if they're comfortable with allowing their child to participate.
Hey, Peter, as a side to that, what is the situation on the Interact Club with Bob Jones?
Same thing. I think the schools are so not upside down, but right now they're back to a hybrid schedule. So they're on for a couple days and off for a couple days. They just got back in. So I think Carrie's just working with the contact and Bob Jones to get that club up and running. I think Emily's son is on it. Emily McIntosh's son is on it.
Yeah.
As one, and then I think there's some other Rotary children.
Yeah.
Is it?
My grandson's on.
Yeah, I think you're.
On. And so, and these are all the Ryla kids, and they would be good for recruiting kids they think ought to go.
So,
Yeah.
Peter, is it the same way it used to be that our club has to pay for the people that we send? And usually, we say we're going to send 5 or 6, but there's a fee that the clubs have to pay. So even if we found 30 people, does that mean that our club has to pay for them?
Yeah, and I haven't looked enough on this. That's why I haven't sent anything out. But the 20 people, that could be a majority of our people from our club. I don't know. From
Okay.
that Carrie's roped in or gotten. So I haven't looked at the list of the 20 to see. I didn't get the email, and Carrie didn't get the email, and maybe that was on purpose. Maybe that's because the people on that list are already coming from our area. I just have to look at it a little bit closer. That's all I got. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm sure there is.
So once you hear back from Carrie, you're going to send an email out to
I'll
to
send,
everyone?
I'll if I don't send an email, I'll let the people on the Zoom call know. But if I don't send it, it's because we're good, because we've already gotten all the people that we need to get. That might be the
Okay.
response from Carrie. So I'll just let y'all know, no, we're good on Ryla. Or if I send a mass email, it's because we still need help.
Okay. And if it comes to sending a mass email, maybe we email Mike before you send it out and ask if they'll allow sophomores too, which would bring a whole new group of potentials in.
Well, I think my grandson and they went there, all 3 of them, when they were sophomores.
Okay, maybe they've changed it.
Granddaughter and grandsons all went through it, and I think they were sophomores when they went. He's a junior this year. He went last year, and Alex went, and there's all of them. I think they were sophomores.
Okay.
So
I'll get something on that.
Okay. All right. And we talked about the cleanups this January 9th. We need 8 people. I wonder if did Cynthia send that out?
Yep, it's in the newsletter.
I wonder if she got anybody yet.
I think it was in the email body. It wasn't. I don't know if it was in the newsletter, but it was in the body of the 2 opportunities for volunteering. And I'll mention it on Thursday again.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's the only things I had on my list. It was the signs, and then Bailey mentioned a little bit about the Voltsmark. She's going to look for one person to help her with that.
Tom volunteered. Tom Lemieux's on the line, and he volunteered.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Awesome, Tom. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're going to look into Ryla, Peter, and if our club's not good, then let me know, and I'll email Mike, because he's been on the committee with me several times. I'll see if they'll start allowing sophomores, or maybe they already do, and I'm wrong about that. So don't take my word for it.
Okay.
And then I don't have anything else listed on here. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to discuss or that we need to discuss?
I do.
Okay.
And because Peter's on the line too, again, just breezing over the butterfly project. We already did the Dublin, and we just need to finish it in April. We need to throw some more pollinator plants down. And then
Cool.
we have the city of Madison liked that project so much that they asked that we do that around the retention pond at Dublin and the retention pond on Shorter Street, which will be near the new amphitheater. Are you guys familiar with the new amphitheater going up?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, in
No.
concept, the mayor came and talked about it a couple years ago, and we
Yeah.
committed some funds to it, but we've just been waiting for it to start coming together.
All right, so it's gonna be when you go up Sullivan Street, that new apartment building on the right. Behind that is a green space, and
Right.
in there is going to be a gazebo and an amphitheater. So they want that area to look nice. So they thought if we plant some milkweed and pollinators around that pond on Short Street, that'll make that area look a little better. Okay, so we have 2 retention ponds to plant around, and the city park, remember where we planted those 200 trees
Yeah.
on Mill Road?
Yeah.
That's another place
Yeah.
where we could put another sign probably, except for I think we killed a lot of the trees.
Yeah, did any of the trees make it?
Hey,
What?
yeah.
Did any of the trees make it?
Some of them did.
We
I was
planted a lot of trees
yesterday.
there. Some of them surely
A lot
survived.
of trees.
Yeah, not many of them made it, but some of
What
them.
was it? It's like 300, wasn't it? It was a bunch.
A
Yeah,
lot of them.
200, yeah. So that's another place. And then, of course, the 500 acres at Greenbrier, the new Toyota Mazda plant. So again, I'm looking for someone to chair those, and I could co-chair, but basically the Dublin retention pond, the Shorter Street retention pond, I already have those approved by the city of Madison. The engineer said, yes, please do it. The city park, we just need to pick a little area at that new city park. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, there's a body of water inside that new park.
Right.
And there's a little island in the middle. There's going to be a bridge connecting either side of that island, so you can just go out on the island. So we need to pick a little space there and get that approved through Corey. So if anybody was willing to chair this, then I could get all the approvals done for you. You would just need to find someone to buy the seeds, which I bought the seeds for the Dublin Park, and it was only $65 for 24,000 seeds. So all it involves is getting approval and getting a group to go out there and dig it up and throw them in the ground.
But
Easy peasy. So I would prefer that someone from the Sunset Club agree to chair it, because this is kind of our project. We're getting well known for this.
yeah.
But if nobody wants to do that, then we can.
Well, Bailey, there's several people not present. So if you
Okay.
want, I'm going to send you an email with the things you just mentioned,
Okay.
and then you can fact check it and make sure it's correct, and then I'll send it out on DACDB to the club,
Okay.
Right.
and then that way everyone will see it as long as they're checking their emails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that I'm the new community projects manager for the Madison Visionary Partners.
Yeah.
So if any of you have any ideas of how you want Madison to look better, how, if there are different things that you want worked on, please let me know. There are 4 things that I came up with so far, and one of them is a historical app. So like let's say people want to see what's going on in Madison, they could go to the app and just walk around and say, oh, this is where the Buttermilk Alley lady is, where she that jumped off the train. This house was built in 1802. You know what I mean? Just so a complete app that's all the historical locations. The other one is beautification of downtown Madison, because the people in Madison want the wealth of the community represented in the way we look. So they want trees. I mean, they want, flowering plants hanging here, wherever. They just want it beautified. And they really want it to look like downtown Franklin, Tennessee.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It sounded like Franklin.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking of is it would be nice if we could have, even if it's one Saturday a month, have an art stroll, have artists along Main Street that could come out and sell their stuff, and it's open air, so it's COVID friendly. And there was another thing. Oh, the Volks March thing. That's going to probably be a mutual project. Yeah, and then there'll be some stuff going on at the amphitheater. Somebody wanted like one week have a bluegrass band, one week have a 50s band, classic rock, whatever.
Yeah.
When is the amphitheater going to be? Is it being built right now, or?
Yes, I think it's like $1 million project.
Isn't that what
It's already
Parrot,
underway?
What's that?
isn't that what Parrots was for last year? Isn't that what we raised money for? Was that project? I thought that's what it was. Eric was telling me that.
Yeah, I think it was the year. Yeah, it was my year when I ran Parrots. I can't remember. It was like either last year or the year before last year.
Yeah.
And we earmarked some money for it. But we thought it was gonna get done a lot sooner than that. But yeah, we'll contribute at some point. I imagine if they come back and ask us to. The mayor came and spoke to the group, and then we said we would support it.
Yeah.
That was years ago, and we haven't revisited it since.
Yeah.
Weren't
Well,
they
they
working
still
on
need-
that to be a signature project, a big project for the
Mhm.
fund? Yeah.
That would be.
Kind of slow starting. I wonder if they're waiting on that big apartment complex, because that street that goes through there is going to go right to it. The street that goes between the buildings off of Sullivan Street. Right on the other side of those apartments where that park's going to be. And
Yeah, they still need $250,000.
So Bailey, as part of that committee, I mean, whenever they get closer to get, I imagine they'll look for that 250K by offering organizations naming rights to things, and maybe that's when they'll loop us back in. Because we always thought, it's a place where Rotary might have its name, which usually comes with naming rights to the tune of 25,000, 10,000, or 50,000, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Okay. I know they were going to have some naming rights around the gazebo area.
well,
And I don't know if that was going to be bricks or what. What, Roger?
We bought a lot of bricks for YMCA. We bought those bricks, and some of them got lost. They never did show up. I don't know what happened to them. But we bought a bunch of those. I know we bought some. Several Rotarians did. And they're out there in the front of YMCA, some of them, but they may do something like that.
Yeah, at the Rotary, we paid for that room. That meeting room is the community room. I think we gave either 25,000 or 50,000, and we have that community room for free. And then we did the same with the Madison Hospital. The grand staircase is Rotary's grand staircase. If you ever go in there, you walk up the stairs a little bit, you'll see a plaque there for the Rotary Club of Madison.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I remember that. We know one thing, Bailey, I don't know if anybody's mentioned something's talked about several years ago when Pat was president of the beautification board. They were talking about a signature, or you would call about something that's common throughout the city of Madison. You know, at that time, they made park benches. They were all identical, had a big M on them. And unfortunately, they started the Rose program when they all got some kind of disease and died. But that was part of that. But it's similar to the Franklin, Tennessee, Cool Springs area where you see the slate fences everywhere, all over that whole area. And it's a signature for that area. All the shopping centers, everything's got the same look. And that's probably what they're looking for downtown or the Madison area. Sets it apart from other areas, other places like Huntsville or something. You could tell you in Madison. And they started that with the entrance off of Hughes Road, if you remember. They got the sign there when you come in off of Madison Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anything transpired years after to make that happen. But there wasn't an organization like you have now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for the city.
Well, thank you. I'll ask Pat for some ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably could talk there. They talked about a lot of the same things back then.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, she got engaged. Auburn University came up here, and I think it was their landscape architecture people, and had them on TV and all that kind of stuff. That's a few years ago. They did some designs for the city.
Okay, great. I'll ask her.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track, Bailey, with the things you mentioned. The only thing I would mention, I'm not the expert at this, is I've heard that Palmer Park is not up to snuff compared to other cities, baseball fields and things like that. I guess I'll know more once PJ's of that age and playing baseball, but I've heard that that I don't know if you've heard it or other people on the Zoom call have heard it, that Palmer Park, I guess, is just when you go to other places and see what their baseball fields and things, they're a lot more, I don't know, better equipped than what we have over here. But that's just what I've heard. Amanda, do you know anything about that?
I just know with all the new construction, what I was going to say is I think ideas like the artist stroll and things like that would be awesome for, you know, Main Street in the downtown area, because a lot of our traffic goes to downtown Huntsville when they do items or things like that, the farmers market on Green Street, things like that. You know, they make it an evening thing. Yes, we have the one that's on Hughes Road during the day on Saturdays, but wouldn't it be nice to have just like a little walk around area, kind of like where they have, where they do Madison Street Festival across from the church in that wooded area right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's usually called Crafters Cove. I know when I've participated for a couple of years, that's where I was located. And, you know, it's shady. People can bring, you know, their chairs. You could put, you know, a food truck right there. You know, that's usually where they start lining up the food trucks for Madison Street. So that was just a thought when you were saying that. I'm like, oh my goodness, we get such good traffic there for the street festival, for, you know, artisans and things like that, to make that, you know, like a monthly thing or something that would be so nice for the community.
Okay, great.
Something to do, you know?
So you think it would be better there versus downtown Main Street?
They can do it on Main Street too, either way. I mean, if you have enough artisans that want to participate, it literally can become a stroll from that area all the way down.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Who all's on here now? We got more people? Harsha's still around?
Tom just had to drop off. I don't know if he said that to everybody, but he had to drop off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm not going to try and do the 4-way test on Zoom. I think I tried doing that one time. It didn't work out very well. You guys do that in the morning, Peter?
We do. We do.
Oh, yeah? Well,
I
let's
don't
try
do
it
the
then.
pledge. I don't do the pledge, but we do the 4-way test.
Okay. All right. Well, is everybody ready for the 4-way test then?
Yeah.
All right. Of the things we think, say, or do, first,
Is it the truth?
second,
Is it
Fair
fair?
to all concerned?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
and fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all
Beneficial to all
concerned?
concerned. All right. Well, thanks everybody for getting on. I'll send a follow-up email out tomorrow morning. And Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. Nice seeing everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye.
Take care.